Salute. How y'all doing? My name is Derek Williams. I'm back at y'all again with another video. Just one boy in the comment section on YouTube. That's all. But first here, let me power up right quick. Yeah, my pre-workout. I try to do what's called HIIT. HIIT is high intensity interval training. It does the body good. You really ain't got to go to the gym. This stuff you can do in your house, burpees, pull-ups, and things like that. But what I'm gonna do 500 push-ups, 120 strict form pull-ups, about 100 or so kettlebell swings, and I'm gonna do the plank. You know, for your stomach, I'm gonna do the plank for time. All right, so I just want to load up with my little go-go juice here, and I figured while I'm drinking that, I can get this little information out that was on my mind today. First off, I want to do some housekeeping. You know, in my continuing attempt to try to come right and exact on YouTube, I made an error yesterday in the video that I made entitled "Truth is Stranger Than Fiction." I said on yesterday that there are 5 stages in the life process, and in that presentation I said erroneously birth, growth, maturity, decline, and age. Age is incorrect. I don't know why I said that. Probably talking too fast, and my thoughts is going 1,000 miles a minute. But what those 5 stages in life are actually birth, growth, maturity, decline, and death. All right. So I just want to do that little fact check for you and make sure I come right and exact. Also, I wanted to talk real quick about ownership of the mind. I want to read something to you, and it's actually going on to this day. All you need to do is turn on the TV and even look at the internet. The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This is a logical result of the way in which our democratic society is organized. Vast numbers of human beings must cooperate in this manner if they are to live together as a smoothly functioning society. In almost every act of our daily lives, whether in the sphere of business or politics, in our social conduct, or in our ethical thinking, we are dominated by a relatively small number of persons who understand the mental processes and mental patterns of the masses. It is they who pull the wires which control the public mind. This is a quote from the father of modern propaganda. His name is Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays is the nephew of noted psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, there's advertisements everywhere trying to get you to think a certain way, get you to buy a certain drink, to get you to eat certain foods. Monsanto, which was bought up by Bayer, that was perception management. Monsanto has a big issue with a chemical that they have in their weed killer, Roundup. It was killing people, and it is killing people. You may have heard about the guy in California, Dwayne Johnson, not the Rock Dwayne Johnson, but Dwayne Johnson, a California groundskeeper. He was awarded a ton of money behind Roundup. Well, what happened is Bayer, you know, the one that make Tylenol and stuff like that, Bayer bought up Monsanto for, I believe, about almost $7 billion. So now you don't hear the name Monsanto anymore. So that's perception management right there. So the problem goes right away. But also, with regards to perception management and things of this nature, there are people that you never heard of. Like, for instance, some of you all may or may not know Sumner Redstone. Sumner Redstone owns Viacom. Viacom owns BET and MTV. But it's, to my shock, a lot of black people still think that BET is black owned. Bob Johnson sold BET about, if I'm not mistaken, around 2000, between 2001 and 2003. But a lot of black people here in Philadelphia, I was shocked that they still believe, because they see the name BET, that it's a black owned television station. Absolutely hilarious. I want to share a few things with you in history. First off, I'll say this. If you are a believer, by definition, because you go to church, you are being propagandized. When you go to the masjid or you go to the synagogue, you are being told a certain frame of mind, a particular point of view. Anything that veers away from that is an issue. So by definition, when you go to church, you're being propagandized. I went to T.L. Weston High School in Greenville, Mississippi. I was propagandized. Why? Because I went to public school, and public schools are run by the National Education Association, and they set the bar. Well, now you had this thing called Common Core. 2 plus 2 equals 5. If you think I'm lying, go to the internet and type in 2 plus 2 equals 5 and see what you get. And it's my understanding that if you can explain why you got the 5 out of 2 plus 2, you actually doing all right. This is real rap. But that's propaganda right there. Okay? So also, back in the 1940s, if I'm not mistaken, Camel cigarettes, it's on YouTube. Camel cigarettes actually had doctors smoking cigarettes. They were saying actually cigarettes were good for your respiratory system. Well, we know that that's lunacy right now, but that was propaganda. So again, we all have fallen victim of it, and you have to do your due diligence to free your mind. But I'm gonna just go and give you a few examples in history, and then I'm gonna go and get on out of here, and because I know y'all time valuable. So thank y'all for listening. Did you know that the diamond is forever slogan was generated by the De Beers Jewel Company? Did you know that? And this was in part to spur sales. It's believed that the wedding ring has its origin in Roman culture. But you and I both know today, if you let Beyonce tell it, put a ring on it. Well, this is something that's fairly new in our history. The ring did not matter. A diamond was irrelevant. It was through marketing and propaganda that you now have to have a ring to signify and show an example of your love for a woman. But it was actually somebody in a room that said, look, we're going to make these idiots buy these diamonds. And I don't have to tell you about the blood diamonds that's going on in Africa and things of this nature. Did you know that a lot of y'all probably, even if you aside from y'all Muslims, but a lot of y'all probably eat bacon and eggs. Did you know that there's a YouTube clip on with Edward Bernays saying that he actually came up with a meat company to come up with the idea that you should pair bacon with eggs. And here people are today eating bacon and eggs because it's been told that you're supposed to be eating bacon and eggs. But a lot of people don't know who Edward Bernays is. Women prior to the 1920s, it was in bad taste for a woman to light up a cigarette in public. But in 1929, a PR campaign was kicked off by Edward Bernays, and it was called the Torches of Freedom. And what happened was, this was in New York City. You had a bunch of ladies, scantily clad, light up cigarettes in Times Square, and they held them up as a symbol of breaking free from male domination. All they did was get the tobacco industry rich, because prior to that, women wasn't smoking too much, and when they did it on the low. But you just having a bunch of women go out in the middle of the Times Square, the media of that time picked up on it, and it got disseminated all over the country. So even a woman in Mississippi that may not have never been to Times Square saw that picture, and that empowered her. But you will move through marketing. And one of my last things is it's kind of funny because me and my daughter always talk about this thing about the Illuminati and things like that. Well, did you know the Illuminati, which was a secret order that was founded May 1st, 1776, by a defrocked Jesuit priest by the name of Adam Weishaupt? Well, a lot of people say that the Illuminati is a fallacy. Other people say is real. Well, I'll let you judge. Did you know that the German government and the German people are actually funding an Illuminati museum? You can go on YouTube and see it for yourself. They got memorabilia from the Illuminati. So yes, it did in fact exist. Now, the Illuminati, as we understand it, is who knows? It could be old bum Jay-Z and his old ignorant wife Beyonce. It could be Kanye West. It could be Barack Obama. But there are forces in play that plan major events well in advance to move certain things. All of this is propaganda. All this is to own you as the person. And they're getting closer every day. The thing is that when you want to take over a person's mind, you take it over by stealth. You take it over incrementally. If I just say, look, I'm going to come and own your ass, you're going to resist that. But if I bring it to you a little bit at a time, before you know it, you wake up one morning and everything that you said you was against, you will be for. Deep stuff. So I just want to pass this little thing on because I always think about how people act on social media. It's almost a herd mentality. Everybody want to conform. And you have to be a contrarian. Derek, without question, I was born to be a contrarian. My mom and dad always told me, say, boy, you smart and you go on out here and you live your best life and you think for yourself. And when you think you got the thoughts correct, you're wrong. Research, vet, question everything. Y'all take care of yourself out there. Greenville, Mississippi till I die.